Sorry, I had a burp in there and I had to just get rid of it. Hello, hello. Today we are playing as Reinhardt. I don't know why I adopted that accent because Reinhardt. Uh. Actually, what accent was that even? Whatever. Reinhardt does not have that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Justice will be done.
Alright, Reinhardt. Like Doomfist, Reinhardt is a hero that you pretty much have to be close to the enemy to be, effective with, at least as far as attacking goes, because his only forms of attack are hitting his E, which lets that out, and it didn't hit the enemy. Oh well. But that will, I believe it goes through enemies, and just keeps going until it hits, like, the wall or ground or something. Yeah. Again, I missed, but I'm trying to show my point over here. Here, let's go to enemies that aren't moving at all. As you can see, it's a very slow moving projectile, but it's also very large. Now this one's looking down. What is up with these robots, man? They're just like looking in all these weird directions. But yeah, so if you use this, yeah, it goes through your enemies and doesn't stop until it hits a solid object. And it does, I think, a base 50 amount of damage. So no matter what, or it's either 50 or 100, I can't remember which one. But no matter how far away you are, it will always do the same amount of damage if it hits. So that's his only long-range attack. His basic attack is swinging his hammer. And again, I believe swinging the hammer does the same amount of damage no matter what. So it's like you can't get headshots or anything. So every time you hit with the hammer, I believe it does around, I think that's about 75 damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's about 75.
Precision.
So yeah, Reinhardt can do a pretty chunky amount of damage, but you have to be very close to the enemy for it to hit. Because if you're even this far away, you can't do it. Step a little bit closer, though. There you go. That's about the range you have to be in order to hit. So his left shift ability is a charge attack. Now you can use this to cover long distances very quickly like this. As you can see at the very end of it, I did pin Robot. That's something else I was going to show you really quick. But it propels Reinhardt forward in a pretty straight line, and you can control it a little bit left and right, but not very much. And you have to be careful with it because I almost went through the railing here and fell off the edge. So you want to make sure you don't fly off the map. But yeah, now what the heck? What is up with these robots lately? I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, the charge attack will naturally just fade away after a few seconds and you just come to a stop, or until you hit a wall. And when you're using it, if an enemy is pretty much directly in front of you, sorry about that, you will, if an enemy is directly in front of you while you're doing your charge attack, you will pin them, and then if you run into a wall afterwards, you will do like, if you run into a wall afterwards, you will do a massive amount of damage. Like, I think it's about 300 to 400 or something like that. Now, the only people that can stop a Reinhardt charge are another Reinhardt and Doomfist. Those are the only characters that can stop that. There's also a way for Junkrat to circumvent it. If you do a charge over Junkrat's mine and he blows it up, you will just go flying. So yeah, there's that. But the main thing that you're going to be doing as Reinhardt is protecting your allies. So if you hold right click, you bring out your shield. Now your shield has a base health of 2,000, and as you have it out, it will slowly take damage as it absorbs hits. There are some things that go through the shield. I believe is Winston's Tesla cannon, and I think Moira's right click ability will go through the shield. Everybody else is though it hits the shield and it stops them from doing damage. Now people can just straight up run through your shield and like come in and attack you and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a failsafe for every situation, but it's really good for just frontline defense, and you can move around. I did that by accident. And you can move around while you're using the shield. And as you saw, a pretty popular tactic is to use the shield, drop it for a split second to do that, to deal a little bit of damage, and then bring the shield back up. Now as you notice, the health of the shield stayed the same while I had it out. It just kind of stays at whatever number until it takes more damage. But if you put it away and wait a couple of seconds, notice in the bottom left, the number slowly regenerates back up to 2,000. So that's what you're going to want to do as Reinhardt. You don't want to just have your shield up all the time, because then you'll lose it if you let it take too much damage. And if you lose it, it's just going to be straight up out of commission for a few seconds, and then it'll slowly regain its health. So yeah, you just want to be careful when using your shield. Make sure you don't have it out too much, and you want to take it away to revitalize it every once in a while. And Reinhardt's ultimate is Earth Shatter. So in a cone in front of him, whatever enemies are pretty much right in front of Reinhardt, he's getting away from it. Gosh darn it. Also with the charge attack, if an enemy is not directly in front of you but you hit them, you can knock them back a little bit and do a little bit of damage. But Earth Shatter goes out in a cone in front of Reinhardt, and enemies that are like slightly above or slightly below will also be affected, but it will not affect enemies through walls. So what it does, it stuns enemies for I think about 2 or so seconds and makes them just completely unable to move. Actually, it might be about 3 or so seconds, I don't remember. And yeah, like you can take down a whole bunch of enemies and just make them completely vulnerable to attack for a while. And while you're doing that, you can like let out this attack, you can charge somebody and just pin them and kill them instantly. And you know, it's just pretty useful. Yeah, so there's that. I'm pretty sure that's everything that's concerning Reinhardt. He is a little bit of a difficult hero to do damage with, but if you can figure out how to do it, you can actually be quite the force to be reckoned with. So let's go ahead and hop into a quick play really fast and see how we do. Oh, we're in a skirmish. I thought we were in actual game. So I noticed something. I noticed that Moira is grayed out and competitive. And I'm wondering if it's because Blizzard thought that she was too powerful to be in competitive for right now. I get the feeling that's it. Which is funny because, yeah, Moira is powerful, but I don't think that she's like overwhelmingly powerful or anything, you know? I think that she should be in competitive anyway. Dude, I'm not doing anything. Why do you keep attacking me? Yeah, I think you deserve it. Whoa. You see that? What is that?
Excuse me for
that was a weird graphical glitch. Alright, let's go. I'm not very good at Reinhardt. Of all the tanks, I actually think I am the worst at Reinhardt. Not gonna lie. Even Zarya I have an easier time with, and Zarya is probably the hardest tank to get a grasp of. Alright, so let's see how we do. This map, I feel, isn't very conducive for Reinhardt's strengths, particularly, because it's pretty open. But we can try our best. And there is a way to make every hero work for every situation. It's just some situations are harder than others. I also love Reinhardt's voice lines. Hold on, let me spray something really quick. Oh, I got both this cute Dennis pixel? I didn't realize that. Nice.
I'm getting cooked alive in here.
Reinhardt is so funny.
Catchphrase.
That is one of my favorite voice lines in the entire game. I love Reinhardt so much. He's one of those joyful characters, you know? Which is funny because the joyful characters in this game usually have the saddest stories. Like Mei actually has a super sad story. And Reinhardt, we have discovered, also has a really sad story. So it's like, yet somehow they manage to stay very joyful, you know? Oh, where did he go? That was weird. So yeah, something you want to be careful of as Reinhardt is you don't want to do your charge deep in enemy territory, because that's just going to make you a sitting duck and it's going to take you too far away from your teammates to help you out. This actually isn't going terribly so far. And yeah, Reinhardt can also shield vertically as well, so you just have to be careful because the shield is only in front of him. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so you just have to be careful with your shield because people can get behind you fairly easily, and you're going to want to use it more to just protect your teammates so they can do all the damage while you absorb all of it. And it's just something that I have a little bit of difficulty getting a grasp of because I'm just so used to dealing damage, you know? No matter what hero I'm playing. Including like other tanks, I'm just so used to doing damage all the time. And like, it's definitely possible. Yeah, like right there, it's definitely possible to do some damage and help out. But you don't want to focus on being a purely offensive force all the time. Oh, I took out the thing immediately. That was cool. But I still got killed, so... Oh, they're still there. I was about to say, the other team really got together on that one. But we still got it. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, so the thing about Junkrat Zip Tire, I talked about this I think in the Junkrat video, but it only has 100 health. So if you hit it with your blast thingy, what's actually the name of that? Let me take a look really quick. Fire Strike, there we go. If you hit it with your Fire Strike, it'll instantly take care of it. So I just so happened to throw it out at the right time and put it in the right direction that it destroyed the Zip Tire immediately, like Rip Tire, not Zip Tire, immediately, without it being able to actually do anything.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
So yeah, the charge is very helpful for just kind of getting out in front when you're going out to the point, and then just being a shield for your team. Oh, well, yeah, my barrier's out. And yeah, I think that once your barrier goes out, it does start refilling pretty quickly, but you can't use it again until it's all the way back to full. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I excited the enemy. Attention.
So, see, that's a good use of the shield. It's to block ultimates and stuff like that. But it took out a lot of the shield health if you notice that, so you have to be very careful. Okay, I'm still alive somehow. See if I can find a health pack. Okay, need a little bit more than that. Thank you. So now you got a little brave there. Alright, we just might take this. Alright, there you go. So that went better than I anticipated it would. I didn't do spectacularly, but I think the team around me did a pretty darn good job of helping me out. And yeah. So I guess that'll do it for our Reinhardt episode. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Well, please leave a like and a comment, and then subscribe. You know the whole deal by now, I guess. And I will see you on the next one, where you play as one of my favorites, Roadhog.